I muted my mic. It's May 1st, 2020, and you're watching Vonda and Jason live. I'm Jason Flowers.
I'm Vonda Evans.
And we want you to remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And on YouTube, click the bell for future notifications or when our next show airs. So let's get started.
Okay, great. And I just got to give a shout out to Helen Bryant. She was on here saying, I mean, listen. Let me see what Jason did. Okay. All right. I will be on time to one thing, my funeral, because I will not be hosting it. I try to put a million things in a little bit of time. So when I didn't hear Jason, I got dressed for bed. Okay, took my melatonin. Okay, I'm feeling good. And I had to look and I saw the timer. And I said, what in the world? And I saw Helen Bryant saying, I'm in. I went to put my jacket on. I have my t-shirt on. Hair ain't done. Put a hat on. I'm like, what the hell? You got to tell me. What about 5 minutes of sleep like this? I'm melatonin. I'm baby.
I was gonna call you around like 9, 10. I was like, no, where you at? But you beat me.
Okay, I'd have been long gone. Okay, with my phone on silent from probably 9. No, I'm not gonna lie, from 11 until 8. I'm Vonda's Law. Okay, baby, I'm answering the call. So after that, I got it on mute because I figured that after that time, don't nobody. Look, you ain't got no money. You just trying to talk on the phone. Okay, I ain't time for that. Okay, no, I ain't time for that. So look, let's talk about Governor Whitmer extending the stay-at-home order. Now, let me just say,
let's clarify.
Okay,
she didn't extend the stay-at-home order. She just extended state of emergency.
Well, okay, that's fine.
Okay,
thank you for that clarification. However, she is probably going to extend it too.
You think so too?
Yeah. Okay. The Department of Defense has been a no-fly till June 30th. So I would not be surprised if that's giving her some leeway. Needless to say, baby, it was pandemonium at the Capitol. Armed and unarmed protesters stormed the Capitol.
Look at them.
My question is to you. If it were 6 black men and with just face mask on
and rifles,
we wouldn't have got out the parking lot, let alone armed with weapons.
Period.
Okay. Period. Okay. However, we do have in Michigan the open carry. And as long as the weapon is visible, and what they're basically saying was, this was their right to freedom of speech with the open carry, which were constitutional rights. What you have to understand about these types of protests, they are orchestrated by lawyers. They tell them what their rights are, what they can, what they cannot do, so that what they want to do is they want to bring the biggest rifle, they want you to open carry it, and then they want somehow you to, freak out and all of a sudden arrest them for having a gun so that you violate their right, and then there's a lawsuit that comes out of that. So when you see protesters, there's a lot of legal work behind letting them know through pamphlets and different information of what their rights are and aren't. Because to the average person, you see these men attired this way, it's going to scare the hell out of you.
Right.
You're going to overreact, and you're going to violate their rights, and they're going to sue you. Because at that point, there's a straight up violation of rights. So they were smart, the Capitol Police, in not locking these people up when they would have violated their rights. It was kind of like, remember the Reverend Terry, when he went to Dearborn. And what happened was he cut off a pig's head and he was protesting and he was arrested. Bingo! Well, when he was arrested, he was able to sue and recovered because of a violation of his rights.
Wow.
So you have to be very, very careful about things like that. And so they were doing pretty good. However, your girl said by refusing to extend the emergency and disaster declaration, Republican lawmakers are putting their heads in the sand and putting more lives and livelihoods at risk. I'm not going to let that happen.
So let's talk about that. Talk about that for the viewers. Literally a slap in the face, because they've been trying to do everything to strip her from her powers. But anyways, can you talk about how, because I thought that she had to go to the legislation to get it extended.
Let's go there, boo.
Let's talk about it. So how does she do it?
Let's do it.
So how does she do it?
The 10th Amendment vests the state with what's called police power. Right. And those powers are to establish and enforce laws that protect the welfare, the safety, public health, morals, and welfare. So that's vested with the state. The federal government, I can't do nothing with you, dog. I don't like it, but I can't do nothing with it, okay? So what happens is she is the CEO of the state, and she's responsible for ensuring that the state is adequately prepared for emergencies and disasters. That's her job. What she just has to find, and it was slick. I love slick. They have to show that the government must show that the actions advance a compelling governmental interest and are least restrictive means. That's why she started talking about the Vietnam, how many people were killed. Okay. See,
okay, she laid the basis for it.
That was her hook. So that was the basis. And least restrictive means, hey, I don't know what else to do. And it unleashed more federal money. Anytime that you extend a disaster, you get more federal.
Exactly.
Okay, that's when they make it rain on you, okay? And so when she was able to talk about Vietnam and how this COVID-19 has killed 1 million people, then what she's doing is invoking the state police powers. I'm the CEO and I'm that woman. Now,
she said, I got some more money to spend.
Okay, what the legislatures did do, they adopted some of the mandates in her stay-at-home order until May 16th. And they adopted resolutions to legally challenge her authority. And what she said is, when they come before me, veto, send it back. So that's what she plans to do. She says she won't sign any bill, nan bill. See, that's what I say. I say nan bill that constrains her ability to protect the people of Michigan from this deadly virus in a timely manner. So what she did was use the buzzwords in order to fend off a constitutional challenge. Mm-hmm. It was brilliant. And it was something that she knew to do. She got the legal scholars behind. So this is what she said, okay? You played your king with your rifles. Watch me play the okay? Go home. So what was upsetting, so you know he got mocked, Trump's. Especially and he said on Friday morning, because you know he do not sleep. He do not sleep or slumber, okay?
He's kind of like you.
Okay. The governor of Michigan should give a little and put out the fire. These are very good people, but they're angry. They want their lives back.
Mm-hmm.
Safely again, see them, talk to them, make a deal. What in the hell? Make
Crazy.
a deal.
Crazy.
Make a deal. See, he's a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the situation. Let's really, really talk about it. We're at war. They're casualties of war. You cannot go into a war and hope or believe that people, your troops, will not be killed or injured.
Right.
That is a casualty of war, unfortunately losing lives.
Right.
The issue then becomes whether or not we as a citizenry are willing to say it's collateral damage. Let them fall where they may. I want to go on and open up the economy. If we stay locked down, people gonna die.
Right.
Just unfortunate. If you have people who are working in nursing homes, people who are working, different places, people are going to be exposed to this deadly virus, and we're going to lose people. There's no way around it because we don't have a vaccine. So what these people are basically saying is, we know people going to die. You can't keep people locked down forever. At least open portions of the economy. And that's what, and with Fox News Live, they were talking about the English gardens owner. And what he was basically saying is, I'm losing too much damn money. So basically what he was saying was, we feel bad, but gardening is a way to release tension and anxiety and stress. And it's unfortunate. And he was talking about the way that English Gardens is made, that you actually can impose social distancing rules by opening it back up and allowing people to come in. Then they had a woman who had a lawn service, a very expensive one. And what they were saying is that these are one-man people, and so therefore let them go out. But what do you think, Jason?
I think I kind of agree with them on that point. Like if it's like a lawn service or one-man operation, I don't see how it can be a threat for public safety and public health. That's just my personal opinion. If Home Depot can remain open, then other stores can remain open as well, as long as they impose these social distancing standards and follow those rules. I just feel like other stores can do that as well. Now, as it comes to restaurants, it's kind of hard to impose social. I mean, you can, but who wants to go to a restaurant and eat by I guess some people do want to go to a restaurant and eat by themselves, but I just don't see that. Bars, it's kind of difficult too as well, but it can be done even at bars. So, but that's just, I think social distancing can be imposed at bars.
Baby, when they open it back up, that line gonna be around the corner. And what my concern is, when people are losing money, they will risk people help because the demand is. I've seen people in line get a bounce $100. Let me cut the line.
But they don't. But people are risking each other's lives already, even with the bars not being open. Just even now, just like let me put up the video of the kids in Chicago having a big house party. So people are doing it already, and I'm sure it's not just Black people as well.
Oh, absolutely not. No. I was out today walking the dogs. I'm all muffled up and everything. I got my mask on, got my gloves on. People out there running. They out there, the tops were off in the cars. They out there jamming. They are not. And see, you know what, Jason? Now, I don't want to sound like an old fuddy-duddy, but a lot of those people are your age and younger. What's your feeling if you could be a spokesperson for people? I know you can't, but I mean, hypothetically.
It's kind of difficult for me because like even today, the sun was shining and you just wanted to go outside and do something. Because I mean, hey, I'm full of energy. But I think there's things you can do, but you just have to be cautious with it. Like you have to wear a mask. If you're not wearing a mask, what that says to me that you don't care about nobody. You don't care about nobody. If I see you outdoors, I see you outside, I see you at the store, I see you at the market, I see you at the gas station, and you don't have a mask on, you're just telling me that I don't care about people and I just care about myself. And hell, I don't even care about myself when I don't see you with a mask.
Do you think, I mean, I was talking to a family friend, around your age. They were like, well, you know what, really, that COVID-19 is for older people. You know, we're young. I mean, this person has said it's 25. You know,
but that's what the media reported for a while, that it was the people that were at risk were people 65 and older and people with underlying disease. So that's in our minds, like, oh, well, I'm not at risk. I don't have an underlying disease. I'm not 65 or old. But the media was reporting that for a long time. So that's in their mind. But now that's changed because I feel like scientists and doctors feel like they know what this disease is. They don't know. Even today, they still don't know, have a good handle on this disease.
But do you think that, right, do you think that maybe, you know, it would be efficient? And I think, you know, I mean, what do you think? For the governor to sit down with maybe some type of CEOs of business to actually talk about what types of businesses really could be reopened. I mean, because if she decides to extend it, you know, which, you know, she probably will, this is going to cause economically a devastation.
Very much so.
Economists say it's going to take at least 3 to 5 years for this country to rebound. We can't, if I could say this, if we could guarantee by a reasonable certainty that closing the economy down would assure lives would be saved, we wouldn't have this conversation. But we can't assure that.
Right.
And what happens is that the closer that we get, the more lax people become. What you gonna do?
Right.
That number goes back up because people just like, I don't give a damn no more. Okay, I'm sorry. Then what happens when the number goes back? Do you still just continue to say, you know what, I'm gonna shut it down till we get 1%?
Right.
We're at 15%, which is lower than we've been. But you are going against the will of these people. And if they're not going to put masks on, they don't care. They're going out. How do we legislate these individuals? Because the police are not going to arrest everybody or get everybody a ticket that don't have a mask.
It's not. It's just I don't think there's really no way that you can really influence people to really do it unless you just do like big media campaigns. That's how you get young people. We're influenced by the media, by celebrities. That's who we listen to. That's what we listen to. I mean, if you want to influence the young people, that's what it's going to take. And they need to see people that they look up to, rap artists, musicians, seeing them coming out and speaking up and saying, put on a mask. The mask is for protecting each other. That's what the mask is for. Right. You're not really necessarily protecting yourself from the virus, but you're protecting others. And protecting others is protecting yourself.
Right. And I think that what's happening is that we are, let's be honest, a very selfish society.
Right.
If it doesn't involve me and mine, I don't care. Right. COVID was okay when it was affecting people in China. We talked about it in January. The corona, we didn't think nothing of it because we thought we were immune from it.
Right.
People in our
family, or that it was so far away.
Right. But when our friends and family, not everybody, you better take that serious. I mean, I can't go on my Facebook without seeing someone in my age group, 40 on up, that's lost multiple family members. And so as a result of that, you know what I'm saying? It's just getting to the beat, and now it's warm outside. I walked maybe a mile. And in a mile walking down Jefferson, I would say probably out of 300 people I saw, maybe 50 of them had masks on. They're not doing it.
Right.
It's not. And I don't know, the warmer it gets, the harder it's going to be able to enforce, honestly.
I
So
agree.
what we do is we say, you know what I remember when I was young, right? Me and Lillian, we would stay out. And every time we get on punishment, we just say, well, damn, we already on punishment. We ain't gonna hang on. We already on punishment. Okay. So what? It didn't matter. Because we was already on punishment. So we just stay out some more. And I think that what happens is that when people begin to rebel, it's nothing that you can do. So I don't know how long this is going to be. I sympathize with the governor. I know what she's trying to do. One life is too much. One life is too much.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is that these people in the community, black, white, you name it, men, women, they tired of this.
Yeah.
You know what they feel? Well, I ain't got sick. So
right.
I'm just going, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be lax. And one thing that we know, and I know for sure with people that drive in cars, 90%, maybe about 80% of the car accidents happen less than a mile away from your house because you're getting relaxed.
Right.
And at the same time, all I can say is this, governor, a hard head make a soft behind. Thank you, Jason.
Well, I mean, even the Metro Times actually kind of reported today that rural counties aren't the only ones experiencing dramatic rise in cases. Like King County, which is the county for Grand Rapids, has a number of new cases arising from 626 to 1,479 in 10 days. So,
wait a minute, what about Livonia? They're number one, 611 cases. I got to give a shout out to our girl Blair Wolf, Waldorf, Covington, Carrington. That's my girl Blair. That's what I know. She got about 25 people on here. LV Don, come on. We about to go to school. We love this. Tell everybody, come on. We talking that talk tonight. Thanks, Blair. That's my boo. Listen, but like you said, you know, at the end of the day, you know, and the thing about it is that at some point in time, you know, yes, the governor is the matriarch of this state, but at some point, but wait a minute, what about the senator, Santana? He had to wear a bulletproof vest. Now, that's going a little bit too much, okay?
Well, I wouldn't. I disagree with you on that one.
What?
You can get shot.
Would nobody shoot nobody up there?
You could. It could have been one of those crazy people.
But
ain't no telling.
But she said she wasn't taking no chances. She going
They got these AR guns, semi-automatic weapons. I'm good.
So if you would come in there with you a bulletproof.
If one of them could have been a martyr, you know, they could have. You never know.
Yeah, that is true. All right. Well, okay. So this is the thing. What about this? Now you did say restaurants closing down. Baby, what about them strip clubs? They doing house parties now. Okay, now check this out. They saying they just going in there to dance, and it's only 10 or more people in the house. Girl, let me tell you something. And I'm gonna give you some free legal advice and young men from Vonda's law. Baby, let me tell you something, okay? Number one, you're gonna come out there with the COVID and probably some other kind of diseases, okay? Right. Number two, you mess around in there, okay? And ain't nobody gonna give you no help. At least you got the bouncers in the club. You are not safe from some overzealous man who done got early release on the COVID and decided he wants some love and sexuals,
Right.
okay, in a house without no security. Baby, listen, okay, that is a prescription for disaster.
For sure.
At least the clubs, you have the bouncers in there. They haven't been drinking. They watching everything. Enter at your own risk. Now, I can't, all I'm saying is this, okay? Obviously, I'm an older woman and I'm an educated woman. But let me tell you something. That's a little bit too much, okay? I'm okay. Look, girl, young lady, look, okay, that's too much, okay? And let me tell you something, men. Whether she come in there or not in that house, and you touch her without her consent, you're gonna be charged with rape and you're going back to prison. Okay, or you gonna go to prison. So whoever y'all at that little club, y'all need to go ahead and wait until them clubs open back up. Okay, okay, because we know that Pantheon gonna get back open. Okay. Listen, my daughter, was on her little line now. She 22. These kids tell me something, they can't wait to go back in there and get some lamb chops. Baby, listen, the minute I say, I don't believe anybody, the minute them clubs open, baby, they going back in there. Okay?
For sure.
Huh?
For sure. I know for sure.
I believe that. But I would say this to you, young ladies and young nieces. Don't be going to that house party. This ain't like no house party. With what you watch TV? What's that? The house party with Ice Cube. Baby. Let me tell you something. Okay, all right. Call Vonda's Law when you get charged, because you're gonna get charged up in there. Okay.
Exactly.
Huh? All right
Exactly.
now. That was that free 99 from Vonda's Law for you. Okay. 1833 Vonda Law. Because you're going to get charged in there touching on one of them women without consent. Whether they come in there with just a spaghetti strap on, 2 strings on there, you're going to get charged, honey. So you better let that go. Am I right about that?
For sure.
And it's going to be all what Raru said, they better chill before they strap a tip. That way they weigh in the COVID-19. Woo, we got some real people watching this, okay?
Right.
Because it's that live. And when you put alcohol into a place that is not you don't have anybody watching over it, and then you know what I'm saying, then the mask, look, they're gonna be like, the hell with that mask, okay, baby, okay. Before you know it, you're gonna have pandemonium in there. So I'm gonna put you on let me let you know. Y'all don't need to be having them parties. Y'all need to be going in there and praying, okay? Okay? Because they're going to be in some trouble, okay? And then they did a Metro Times interview, and she said, well, I ain't going to give my name, but my name, Brianna. That might be her name.
Right.
And that she been a couple of them. Okay? That is a prescription for disaster. And moving on. And moving on.
You kind of skipped past me because I did kind of want to talk about the order that Judge Murray entered for the injunction as it relates to the group of 5 people that filed that complaint against the governor and her and the orders and stay-at-home orders.
Okay, go ahead.
But so William Barr wrote, stated in an article, many policies that would be unthinkable in regular times have become commonplace in recent weeks. And we do not want to unduly interfere with the important efforts of the state and local officials to protect the public. He said, but the Constitution is not suspended in times of crisis. We must therefore be vigilant to ensure its protections are preserved at the same time that the public is protected. But it's interesting that even Judge Murray, Court of Appeals Judge Murray, kind of said that all individual constitutions are not absolute. So what does that exactly mean, and how does that play into the orders?
I think that basically what it is that given the right circumstances, the facts, like what I told you, being strapped up, open carry, They then will interpret. See, you have to realize the laws are open to interpretation. Okay. And so what they can do is, even though, and that's why it is so dangerous to overlook the judges, people running, because
exactly.
they're bringing their philosophy in the way that they interpret whether or not this is a constitutional violation or it's not. And so what happens is that if I am a person who is pro-state or pro-rich people, I'm going to interpret it to be that way. And so therefore it's open to interpretation. Then if I'm conservative and then I send it to you and you conservative, guess what? You done made a law that took away from that, like what they did with Miranda. They said that's right is not absolute. It's a prophylactic covering. Rubber, it's a rubber. So what they were saying is that when police violated the Miranda, that they weren't violating their person's constitutional right, just the prophylactic protection. See, people are using all kind of words to be like, you be like, huh?
Exactly. What
they talking about? What they talking rubbers? What they talking about? Rubbers?
Prophylactic.
Prophylactic. They just like they won't be nasty.
That sounds like something I would take for diarrhea or
a prophylactic. It's a rubber. It's a rubber. Okay.
So that means that we can change it at will and when we want to.
Or pornography. We know it when we see it. The penumbra of rights. They're just sitting up making up. Okay, that's what I'm saying to you. But what happens is, if enough people say a lie, it becomes the truth, right? That's right. If I say a lie and I'm a former judge and someone else, after a while, that lie becomes the truth. And so that's why it's so dangerous when you have people and you skip over that judicial part, because you got people sitting there making up stuff that just don't even sound right. Because I'm in law school talking about, so what they talking about from rubbers? I didn't even understand. I was like, well, I ain't gonna never be no lawyer because what they doing? What they're doing was they're being very skillful. Okay, and that's what it is. Okay.
Like Governor Whitmer is with her plan. She is a lawyer, so.
And she got a crew. That's why she's talking about that Vietnam stuff. Okay,
right.
So that would be able to muster up to what we call strict scrutiny. You know what I'm saying? So she was smart in that. Well, what do you think about? And I haven't delved into it too much, and maybe you can help us. This lawsuit for people in the penitentiary that they're basically saying that their Eighth Amendment that is inhumane, unusual punishment for them not to have the PPEs and the hand sanitizers, etc. And it was a federal lawsuit. What do you think about the people that are in prison? Do you think that those basic things should be extended to them?
It should be. If it's being extended and kind of mandatory for employers to do it, not saying that they're employees of the state, but I think because they're under the control of the state, they need to have those things, and they're in close corridors like that in the prison. That's just a basic human right. I just feel like that's a basic human right for the prison to provide hand sanitizer.
Well, one warden said that they found them cooking it up.
Probably.
Baby, and they was drunk. They said,
getting high off the hand sanitizer.
Your breath smell like sanitizer. Baby, let me tell you something. I was a judge. I'd be like, baby, they take, what was it, orange peel, because they couldn't handle oranges. Because oranges are like a contraband. Right. They would take the oranges They take some potato and some baby. They be making them spud liquor. Okay.
So what is a balance? Like, how do you balance that?
What?
How does a prison balance the protection of those who abuse those things, protective things like hand sanitizer, masks, and then those who need it so they won't catch the coronavirus? Because I think I read an article today
you get one squirt. One squirt. Now you can lick that off your hand and get the corona, or you can do your hand like that. Okay. But baby, let me tell you something. You ain't seen nothing but let me tell you something. They used to take paper, because paper's made out of wood.
Mm-hmm.
Get that wet, wrap that up, and not, baby, let me tell you something. It's worse than a baseball bat.
Wow.
So you have to be careful. But what it was is, and here's the situation. These were trustees. Now, you know that the trustee, they supposed to be trusting you. You know what I'm saying? They trustees. You're trustees.
Right.
Baby, they put the hand sanitizer.
That's correct.
Now, what are we going to do with that? Huh? But see, my point being to you, when people want to rebel, whether it's in prison, you can't stop them. You can tell them all day long, I better be, we better, don't be talking about no Governor Whitner. The Inspector General is on here, Fadwa Hamoud. I'm not talking, She reports straight to the governor. And Jason, you need your job. So we love the governor. We love the governor.
I love the governor. I do.
But do you remember when she was at the prosecutor's office?
Yes, I do.
She was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? She's only like this big, okay, with this long, beautiful hair. But when she came in there, she meant business. I'm like, what did I do this time? Judge, can I speak with you for a minute? Listen, when I came out them chambers, I felt like an ant with a trench coat on. You know, and she has the ability. This is when you know you're good at what you do, to cuss you out without using a curse word and raising your voice. Tears coming down my eyes. Okay. She does a wonderful job. And what I know is she was probably part of that team that was able to artfully help the governor craft her stay-at-home order so that it would be able to pass constitutional muster. Because basically, Trump was so mad. Now, you know, if he get up and he had to tweet and let her have it.
Okay.
Wait a minute. He wanted to say she violated a right and she couldn't. Baby, she said, say my name. Say it. Say my name.
Just like Judge Murray threw out that complaint, their injunction, their motion for injunction. He threw it out because it was pretty much baseless. I said, I read this 18-page opinion. I said, I'm not reading this 18-page opinion. The last opinion I read was 38 pages for the Bell Wayne County projects. That I had to read. You wrote that 38-page opinion that she forced me to read.
I love to laugh and joke, but I don't play no games when it comes along to that law. I don't play no games. I laugh and joke like this. But here's the situation. What you have to do is look, and what Judge Murray did was this. We have lives that are at stake. Right. And if I allow the desires of the few to take over the masses, take over making sure that they are protected, that can come back on me. Mm-hmm. And that's very, very dangerous. So you err on the side of safety and caution. Because what if you decided, you know what, I'm going to listen to the business people. And then you got to think about all of the lives that potentially could have been lost. At the end of the day, one of the greatest, to me, as a judge, as elected official, you got to answer to yourself. And if you are a person of morals, which I know that the governor is, that's a high standard.
Right.
And if she gets reelected, if she don't, she can look herself in the mirror and say, I did the best thing I could for the people of Michigan.
I did the right thing.
Exactly. I did the right thing. And when you can do that, no matter what they say, you feel that you successful. Right. But let me tell you something. What I respect about this administration, they're smart, they're not emotional. See, when you get a woman in power, I know, because I done got emotional too, okay? When that man said, and me and him was going back like this, at some point, I'm a woman. And I'm not saying, but for them to be able to separate that,
right,
to be able to deal with things forthright, I think is definitely very, very. They did a very good job. What do you think?
I agree. But can we talk about because we are running short on time? Let's talk about the CDC knocking on doors, collecting blood for antibodies in Fulton and DeKalb County. I would be pretty leery for the CDC to come knocking on my door. And I don't know how many people that would do that will even answer to the CDC officials knocking on your door asking for a blood sample. So the CDC was working with the Georgia Department of Health and the DeKalb Department of Public Health to zero down.
And may it was in error. Fadwa is the Solicitor General, not the Inspector General, the Solicitor General. Okay. I got to make sure because I will get me a little text message.
Right.
With all due respect, I am the Solicitor General. I am not the Inspector General. Please know that what you said was an error. I am the top assistant in the Attorney General Dana Nessle's office. So please get your stuff together. And okay, so I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
She's getting you together now. Again.
Honey, listen, I just look. Okay, I'll be afraid of that little woman because she's that little woman. Her and Dana. Okay, and Gretchen. Okay.
Right.
They bad. And I mean they bad good. They not bad. They know their stuff. Okay, and they ain't playing no games out here in these streets. Okay, so I had to say that was Solicitor General. I was wrong. Now let me tell you something. If somebody come to my I didn't even fill out the census yet. I got so much shit I'm dealing with. Listen, okay. They done extended this stay at home. I'm trying to juggle court dates with unreasonable judges, okay, like myself used to be. I don't give a damn. She ain't been doing nothing but laying up. She got to come to court. Somebody knock on my door talking about they want some blood or some plasma. Baby, let me tell you, they better get the hell on off my porch talking about they want something for me.
Yeah, I'm figuring that Ray not about to do that. First of all, he don't want to give his DNA to any governmental official because he already got away from his 98, 2004, 2003, and 2013 criminal cases, that they don't know about.
Honey,
but he don't link it back to any of those cases.
My little 82-year-old mother would say, "Get the hell off my porch with that trying to get me," because my mother believes that this is a man-made illness that like Agent Orange, and that they are releasing it to certain parts of the community. Now, listen, I'll be like, okay, listen. Okay, I cannot reason with that woman. You let somebody come and knock on her little door, talking about they want some antibodies. honey, let me tell you something. She ain't gonna cuss you with no good words. She gonna cuss you out so bad, okay? And tell you better go on somewhere talking about them damn antibodies and that little you got, because that would be my fear. What we do know is this. It's alleged that people who have survived COVID, bodies do have antibodies. Get in touch with those people. Ask them to come in and potentially take it from them.
But why are you knocking on doors?
Okay, because you want a bullet. You want a bullet, and somebody gonna mess around and be done shot them. Okay, okay. How much you gonna take some blood from somebody and you knocking on my door? You better sit down. And I'm gonna fill out that census, but I'm telling you, I got so much going on. They need to give an extension because it's just so much going on. Huh?
Do it.
What? Fill out the census?
Yes.
But I just asked, huh? What'd you say?
I said fill out the census. Do it.
But I have so much going on right now. You know what I'm saying? That I just can't do it, but I'm gonna do it. But they need to go on and sit down with that going to somebody's house. Okay, and then they end up, and then they gonna, and I'm gonna tell you something, they're gonna charge them with murder.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, for sure. And if somebody did take out a gun and shoot them, for sure.
Okay.
Let's talk about Oprah being the commencement speaker for the class of 2020 for high school
viral
graduates. It's not viral, but it happens. It's going to happen on digital. Yes, a digital commencement speech. It's going to happen on Facebook Live, and it's going to be on Instagram and Facebook Live May 15th at 2 p.m. So she's going to give her address. That
I hope she do not wear that wig.
So she's giving a
tone that down. Let them know, like Beyonce wear that. That is not right. That's not becoming.
But look, big time movie producer, producer of In Living Color, Keenan Ivory Wayans did a little speech for graduates for 2020. Let's take a look at that.
Okay, so I just push that red button. Yeah, right there. Okay. Hi, everybody. This is Keenan Ivory Wayans. I just want to say congratulations to the class of 2020. I know this sucks. You worked your ass off, and now you don't even get to walk. But that's what makes you the greatest generation of this new millennium. In the face of a global pandemic, you stayed focused, continue to work hard, and achieve your goals. That's the kind of leaders we're going to need in the future. I wish you guys all the best. Keep striving, keep smiling. Junior? Let me use your phone. I'll check this out. Well, you said they could just... No.
So he tagged that on his Instagram and said, when old people try to use social media, he's still bringing the funny. Obviously, he censored all his private part out, so it was a joke.
Yeah.
But he stood up.
But the thing about it is, we do need laughter. You
know
what?
We do.
Sometimes, someone had, said, I'll be glad when you put, different quotes or something. It's been so serious that I can't even allow my mind to think about anything light. When you wake up, you wonder, will I go back to bed tonight? What's tomorrow hold?
Right.
As Americans, we've never lived like that. In third world countries, you know what people say to me all the time who have been in war-torn countries? They're like, you know what? We used to hear gunfire, bombs. That was just a way of life. That's not been a way for life. We've been so spoiled. We are safe. We have people to check our food. We have people that, you know, we can live our lives. Now it's like in being in constant fear. And even when you look at Instagram, people ain't got funny stuff to say. Okay, it be serious as a heart attack. Okay, and it's a different time. And I think that we definitely needed that. As far as now, this is my thing. Now I love Oprah, and I think she's very inspirational. But who's gonna be watching Oprah on Facebook? Young people be on Snapchat, IG, and they don't be wanting you to talk too long. Okay. Now, if you go long in there and she gonna give you like a Walmart card, like $100, baby, you shut it down. Okay.
That live will go from 10 people to 1,000 to 1,000,000 in a minute.
Oprah giving away $100 gift cards. Tune in right now. Put your number in there right now. You're gonna get a $100 gift card. It's unfortunate that I think that that's a great idea. I just don't know how effective it's going to be with that generation, with what they want, what they need, and what they expect. This is a very difficult time. You know, my daughter decided that she was going to graduate in December. And this past December, not knowing she would be the last graduating class of the semester.
Page, yep.
Many people laughed at her choice. Oh my God, are you kidding? You might as well
be on a big stage.
And guess what? They in garages now. Okay.
Exactly.
I got my robe off. In the garage, baby.
Digitally walking across the stage as your name being called.
Okay. So needless to say, you know, we need like fun, laughter again, because it's just way too serious. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What you think?
And he definitely brought the funny with that.
Baby, okay. With that black
all of his private part.
I know.
It's been crazy the past couple of days, past week. Every time I drive by Krispy Kreme, there's a long line. And I'm just trying to figure out like what is going on. Krispy Kreme long like this. So here's this is why there's been a long line of Krispy Kremes. So for the next 3 weeks.
Oh,
are you still
my God, they gotta be good. And when they be hot off that conveyor belt.
Yes. So for the next 3 weeks, for next 3 weeks, 3 different glazes, 4 days each glazed donut with a strawberry cream on the inside too. So it's crazy. Like every time I drove by, I just could not understand like what is going on at Krispy Kreme. Like why is this line out into the street? I'm trying to upload the photo now, but every time I would see it, it will be
Honey,
out
first
in the
of all, when they burn down, they got to make their money back. Okay, that one off of Allen Road. Okay, when it was down. Okay, it they had people working 24/7 to get that bill back up. But when Jason, I am a person. I eat to live. I may forget about eating. Last month, I spent $850 on food. Oh, wow. I feel it necessary that every time I go into a grocery store, that I'm spending $50 on snacks, on things that I do not need, super eating. And my thing is that now, if we were an overweight country, baby,
it's really overweight now. We're really overweight.
Okay, we're gonna have to be in that gym. We now more than ever after COVID, you know, we get past that, which I believe that we will. Diabetes, heart attack, because we're not working out, we're stressing out, and we're eating ourselves to that. Hey, do you know I could have bought me a designer purse? Well, at least I could put a little bit on it, okay? Okay, oh wait, at least a Gucci hat. $850. And it wasn't no good like filet mignon. It was just regular stuff.
When I saw when I was at the grocery store, there was a lady, she had 2 shopping carts full of groceries checking out. And I'm like, wow. Are you serious?
But I bet you I know what's empty. Whole Foods. Because, baby, they are high. Listen, okay? Let me tell you something. I used to be trying to be upscale after, I became a lawyer and be going in there having lunch and stuff, being a boss and everything. You know what I'm saying? Having little $18, $20 lunches. Let me tell you something. Whole Food is so high. Okay, baby, let me tell you something. They worse than the ghetto stuff. They worse than the ghetto stuff, okay? I'm like, huh? I saw a woman with a basket. It was $900. I'm like, girl, go to the Eastern Market and girl, what you got in there? Crackers, what you got in there? You got some liquor? Filet mignon is $30 a pound.
Wow.
Listen, we be vegetarians, okay? All right. I have not been in Whole Foods, okay, because I'm barely doing it with sugar way down here, okay? I'm saying, okay, all right. Let me tell you how
your neighborhood grocer.
May I? I asked a friend, he owns a grocery store. I'm not gonna put them on blast. Why are you opening from 9 to 5? He said, well, we need to give them an opportunity to restock. They doing 100,000 a day.
Wow.
He said, what you want to tell me, baby, after I get my money, I got to go. And he got a line outside in the store. People are overbuying in abundance. And at the hood store, everything is expensive anyway. So the average buggy may be the average buggy is probably at least $120-some.
I was watching the Real
today.
Oh,
wait a minute! Look at my daughter that sent me. Gretchen Whitmer earns her buffs and the respect of Detroiters as Big Gretch.
Auntie,
huh?
Auntie Gretchen.
Auntie. Baby, they call her Big Gretch. Wait a minute, with Cartiers on.
They photoshopped it.
We are so creative. Big Gretch. Okay.
You got a little hood side to her, though.
Huh?
I got a little hood side to her. She's straight from the neighborhood.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, whoever that is, they need to employ them when she run for re-election. Big G in the house.
That's
Big.
Let me see if I can get this photo. I want you to see this. I want you to see this photo of this line. If it will upload, it's uploading. It's taking forever to do it. But you got to see how long this line was at Krispy Kreme. I had to take a picture. I mean, I sat in it. I sat in the line. I definitely did.
And strawberry?
I sure did.
Whoa.
I'm literally on Southfield Road.
Wow.
And you got to remember that the drive-thru wraps around into to the other side of the building.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing. Huh?
Worth it.
I mean, the strawberry cream filled is a little sweeter than the regular cream. But if I go back and try the lemon or the key lime flavor, I'm not gonna get the filling one. Just the regular donut. Just the regular flavor donut.
And it was like that all day.
all day, and it gets worse at night.
What?
And then, but yes, I actually went up there yesterday. I went up today earlier around 11, but yes, I went yesterday around 7. They sold out of the strawberry donuts.
What?
And today was the last. Yep, today was the last day to get it. The strawberry donuts.
They take the bridge card.
No, they don't. Well, we talked about Big Gretch a long time, so we don't have time for the other stories. We'll catch up on those stories later.
Oh yeah, but we got to give one shout out to our boy. We love him. Kanye West is a billionaire, and
that's right.
Listen, he making that money. Look at Kanye. Listen, let me tell you something. He has revolutionized the gym shoe industry. They're calling him the new Black Michael Jordan. But this time, he's the owner of the product and not just the face of it. So shout out to Kanye West for doing
it. He put up a fight with Forbes magazine for time to be recognized on the $1 billion list. But
something, as long as I'm recognized at that bank, okay. As long as I'm recognized at that bank,
it don't matter. But he has a big ego, so he had to let it be known. I'm making more money than Kylie Jenner.
And I'm not just worth 1 billion, I'm worth 1.3 billion. Okay, come on, let me tell you something. But listen, as we leave out, I have to just say, I want to give a tribute and a shout out to the Green family, loss of Reverend Gary Green. Listen, every time I went on Facebook, I would see him praying and praising. And he went home to be with the Lord. And I tell you, he was a phenomenal man. And I'm praying for the Calvary family. We have lost so many people, giants in Christendom. You know what I'm saying? We lost a lot. But I know that, God is going to make sure that they covering us. And you know what? I'll say this to you. We had so many people, godly saints, bishops, evangelists, first ladies, reverends go home. I'm going to tell you, I feel safe. I feel protected because I know that these spiritual giants were fighting on the front line, that we would be protected, praying for us, interceding for us, that I just believe that something will be done. So to the Calvary family, my heart goes out to you. Reverend Gary Green was just a phenomenal man. Until we meet again.
I'm Jason Flowers.
I'm Vonda Evans. And don't forget to listen to us tomorrow on 910 The Superstation from 3 to 4. We'll be talking about more business.
We're going to talk about Biden.
Ooh, and his woman. Alleged. See you tomorrow, Jason.
Thanks for watching Vonda and Jason Live.